500 years he was buried under a mountain, but it began with a stone. On Flower Fruit Mountain, a boulder had soaked in sun and starlight for centuries. And on that day, it broke open, and something was born. He grew up wild among a troop that called him one of their own. One day, the troop found a waterfall no one dared enter. So he leapt through it himself and found a kingdom hidden behind the water. The troop crowned him on the spot, the handsome Monkey King. Years passed in comfort, but one night, watching his friends grow old, the king wept. Even kings die. So he set out to find a way to escape death itself. Alone, with nothing but a raft and a question, he sailed into the unknown. Years of searching led him to a hidden mountain school and a master who could see through disguises. The patriarch Subodhi took him in and gave him a name, Sun Wukong, monkey awakened to emptiness. In secret at midnight, the master tapped his head 3 times and taught him the 72 transformations. He could become anything, a bird, a fish, a tree, even a stone. And he learned to ride the clouds. A single leap could carry him 108,000 li. But showing off got him expelled, and he returned home to find his troop enslaved by a demon king. He tore through the demon's lair and freed every last one of them. Still weaponless, he dove beneath the waves to the palace of the Dragon King. There, a pillar too heavy for any god suddenly shrank and leapt straight into his hand. The Ruyi Jingu Bang, his staff, his equal, his weapon for every legend still to come. Not even death would hold him. He marched into the underworld itself. He found his name in the Book of Life and Death, and struck it out, along with every monkey's name after his. Heaven's court was in an uproar. What do you do with a creature death cannot hold? They summoned him to heaven and gave him the lowest job in the palace, keeper of the stables. When he learned the truth of the insult, he tore the stables apart. Back on his own mountain, he raised a new banner, great sage, equal to heaven. Heaven sent an army to arrest him. He met them with a smile and his staff. Unable to defeat him, the Jade Emperor relented and offered him a post guarding the peach garden. But temptation was everywhere, and he could never resist the ripest peach on the branch. He crashed the Queen Mother's banquet and drank wine meant only for gods. Stumbling drunk, he wandered into Laozi's alchemy chamber and swallowed every immortality pill in sight. Chaos erupted across heaven, and the great sage stood at the center of it, laughing. Prince Neja himself came to stop him, flaming wheels, spinning spear, and none of it enough. Only Erlang Shen, with his 3 eyes and his divine hound, could match him blow for blow. The 2 shapeshifters chased each other through a dozen forms: sparrow, fish, snake, and back again. Distracted mid-fight, he never saw Laozi's diamond bracelet fall from the sky. The gods swarmed, and for the first time the great sage was bound. They sealed him inside Laozi's 8 trigrams furnace. 49 days of fire meant to burn him to nothing. Instead, the fire burned away everything soft in him and forged eyes that could see through any illusion. Angrier than ever, he tore through heaven's halls, and this time nothing could stand in his way. Then calmly the Buddha stepped forward and offered a wager. Escape his palm, and heaven was his. He somersaulted across what looked like the very edge of the universe and planted his flag to prove it. But those pillars were never pillars at all. The hand closed and became a mountain. For 500 years he lay beneath it, his fire never fully going out. Until one day a dove landed on the mountain, sent by the goddess Guan Yin. Soon after, a monk named Tang Sanzang arrived on a pilgrimage to fetch sacred scriptures from the west. From beneath the stone, a voice called out. The monk begging for a second placed a golden band upon his head, a promise of discipline. The first time his temper flared, he learned exactly what that band could do. Along the road, a shape-shifting spirit of white bone tried to deceive the monk 3 times over. A fire demon called the Red Boy trapped them all in flames that no water could quench. To cross the flaming mountains, he had to bargain for a magic fan from a princess who trusted no one. Deeper into the wilds, a nest of spider demons ambushed them in the dark. Every time it was Wukong who stood between his master and the blow that would have ended him. Years passed on the road, deserts, rivers, and mountains of snow, one trial after another. By the fire, one quiet night, the once rebellious king finally understood the meaning of loyalty. At last, on the horizon, the gates of the Western Paradise. There, at last, the scriptures were placed into their hands. And the golden band, without a word, simply let go. Buddha gave him a new title, Victorious Fighting Buddha. For a moment he looked back at the mountain that once caged him. The stone monkey who once wept at the thought of death had finally found what lasts. His power was never really the staff. It was the refusal to stay buried.